Hi, in this video, I'm going to show a solution to a given problem, and this is on multiplying expressions. And specifically, this is a binomial times another binomial. So we have x minus 9 multiplied by x squared plus 5. The commonly taught technique in multiplying binomials is that of the FOIL technique or the FOIL method. The FOIL method means you have to work on the first, the outer, the inner, and the last. Okay? So when you look at the two binomials, you have their first terms, the x and the x squared. You have the outer. The outer are the x. So you can see they are from the first and the last, so they're outer. And then inner will be the negative 9 and x squared. And the last will be the minus 9 or the negative 9 and the positive 5. Okay? So when you label these terms of the binomials, you can easily get the product by following the FOIL. Okay, meaning to say you first multiply the first, then the outer, then the inner, and then the last. So to show you the solution, so this would become, so let's work on the first. The first is x and x squared. So that gives us x. Let's write it down first so that you can see what expressions are we considering. So x times x squared. And then the outer, the x and the 5. Okay, so both x and 5 are positive, so plus 5x or x5. So we arrange 5x. Next is the inner. The inner terms, negative 9 and x squared. That's a negative 9 times x squared or x squared, 9x squared. And the last would be the negative 9 and the 5. Negative 9, the minus 9, negative 9 times 5 is negative 45. So you're right, minus 45. Simplify the expression, you get x times x squared is x cubed. 5x will remain as 5x. You have negative 9x squared minus 45. Then arrange by descending powers. So we start with x cubed, negative 9x squared, minus or plus 5x, and then minus 45. And there you go. We were able to obtain the product of x minus 9 and x squared plus 5. So you do the FOIL when you have to multiply two binomial expressions. Okay, so in another video, so I'll be showing what if we have a binomial and a trinomial or something with expressions that are having more than two terms. Okay, but in this video, our example is on two terms. Now you might be asking, is there another way on how we can get the product of the two binomial expressions? Okay, so we can always get the product by using the tabular approach. So let me show you the tabular approach using the same example. If you want another technique, so we use the tabular approach or the table approach. So how are we going to get the product of expressions? So this is not just limited to binomial expressions. You can use the tabular approach to expressions that have more than two terms. So what is the tabular approach? So you create some sort of a table. Okay, so first you create two intersecting lines, and then you write down. So you can place the x minus 9 on the horizontal line and the x squared plus 5 on the vertical line, or vice versa. So it doesn't matter. So what we will do, so we list down our terms, so x, and then minus 9, you write that as negative 9. X squared plus 5, you write it vertically, you have x squared and a positive 5, or just say a plus 5. So create some sort of a table, and this is where you will place the product of each pair. For example, x squared times x. So this x squared times x becomes x cubed. If you proceed, x squared times negative 9, that's negative 9x squared. Then you go to 5 times the x. So this row times this column, 5 times x, it's 5x. Then 5 times negative 9 is negative 45. Usually, you will be adding the in diagonal format, but if you don't have any like terms, so just get the expressions here. So you have x cubed alone, and try to find, do you have any other x cubed? So no more x cubed. So just one x cubed. And then next is the next in the power, in descending order, is the x squared. And there is no other x squared here. Now just for you to um, be reminded that you have used a term, you can cross out already the x cubed because you already used that. So you write negative 9x squared. So that would be our next term, negative 9x squared. And then next is our x, which is the 5x. So you write that down as well. So next to negative 9x squared or minus 9x squared. So plus 5x. And finally, we're done with the last value, minus 45. So we write minus 45. Okay. So let's use a green pen. So this is minus 45. So the product was obtained using the tabular approach. And this is the same expression that we obtained using the FOIL technique. Okay. Now there are also other techniques, but just to keep it simple, you can use the FOIL method or the tabular approach in finding the product of expressions. Okay. So I hope I was able to help you understand how to multiply expressions, particularly when you have a binomial expression multiplied by another binomial expression. That's all for this video. Thank you.